Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Anton, and welcome to today's video for Honkai Star Rail. Now, 1.6 is coming out soon-ish, and the team over at Honkai Star Rail have put out a live stream, and we're going to be going over that live stream today, and we're going to be basically trying to give a summary of that live stream. Now, to start with, before we go into the live stream and the content itself, there were 3 codes given out during the live stream for a total of 300 Jade. I will have those 3 codes pinned in a comment down below if you actually haven't redeemed them yet or you just didn't know they existed. As for the patch, it seems like it's going to be a really large patch and a really good patch as well, not just like large but bad content, but it seems like it's going to be a large patch, lots of good content, and good characters on top of that. So we've got a lot of new characters added, like I said, Dr. Ratio, Ruan Mei, Shu Yi, some hints at upcoming other characters, some stuff for extra game modes, and a little bit of miscellaneous stuff on top of that, reruns as well. So let's get right into talking about it. Now, first things first. And in my opinion, the biggest news from the live stream, Dr. Ratio. Not just that Dr. Ratio is coming out, but more importantly, everyone is getting a copy of Dr. Ratio for free. Reason for this is Honkai won a lot of awards. The Game Awards, Best Mobile Game, iPhone Game of the Year, Google Play, Best 2023 Game, stuff like that. And this is actually really crazy because for HOYO at best, we usually only get like a free 10 pull, which is good, but this is just on another level. This is a free limited 5-star, a hunt imaginary character. And if you want to look into leaks a little bit without spoiling anything, well, you don't even have to look at leaks anymore in all honesty, but from just a quick glance at Dr. Ratio, he seems like a pretty solid character. Now, his banner, it's a pretty okay banner. I'd say it's kind of below average though, but it's not terrible. Natasha, Hook, and Su Shang. I mostly say that because I like Su Shang, but Natasha's kind of lackluster as a healer, even compared to other 4-stars, basically Lynx. And Hook, yeah, fire damage is fine and still kind of rare for damage dealers, but there is Topaz now, and honestly, Himiko is a pretty solid fire damage dealer. Now, on top of all this, on top of the free Dr. Ratio, we're also getting a free 10 pull. So, you know, great, thank you. Pretty good. I'm a little behind on banked up rolls and banked up pulls because I've been pulling a lot recently. Alongside Dr. Ratio, we have another limited character coming out. We have Ruan Mei, Ice Harmony character, very good character, fills a niche that's not really filled out right now. Harmony Ice character, I believe she is the first Harmony Ice character, which is pretty good for some team comps, Mono Ice, whatever. So yeah, first Ice support character. Seems like she's gonna be some kind of like break effect support kind of thing going on, which seems fun. And then we got our banner. In her banner, it's actually a pretty solid banner in my opinion. We have Ting Yun. By now we all know Ting Yun is great. March, who, yeah, March isn't amazing, but she at least has some teams she can work with. And a new character in the form of Shu Yi, a 4-star quantum destruction character who, I'm not sure if she's going to be good, but I'll say this, I do like her design at least. And we've seen her in the story and side quests, side stories, whatever you want to call them, a lot. So we've already got to see her, well, her character story, whatever you want to call it, lore. And I like her. I might actually pull on Ruan Mei's banner for Shu Yi. I might just pull on Ruan Mei for Ruan Mei, in fact. Alongside all of this, too, we're going to get a Blade rerun, and we're also going to get a Kafka rerun, which is pretty nice. I'm personally probably going to pull on the Kafka rerun, even though I already have Kafka. I might pull on Kafka rerun for her light cone specifically. It would really help me out because I do use Kafka a lot. So you might want to consider that even if you do have Kafka. Same can be said about Blade and his light cone as well. They are both Blade and Kafka are very solid, very good damage dealers. Next up, a couple quick things to mention. Double planar ornaments, planar fissure event is coming up. Again, nothing crazy, nothing new here, alongside double cavern of corrosion drops. So, you know, more relics, always great when you're trying to relic hunt for that good relic piece you need for a character. So that's always great. Simulated Universe is getting a huge amount of updates. If I were to sit here and dissect it all and talk about it all, it could be its own video. But yeah, lots of new content, new additions to the game mode, new Aeon as well, Noose, kind of like a big space robot god. Love his design. And we're also getting a new path in the form of the erudition path, so that is pretty nice. Gonna be very curious as to what it does. Also, we're getting a new, I'd say, endgame game mode, I guess you could put it. Pure Fiction. Now, Pure Fiction has kind of been talked about a little bit in the leak scene, I guess you could say. But yeah, now we have the official announcement of Pure Fiction. It's like I said, it's going to be a more late game oriented game mode, so think like MOC. Simply put, it's an endless wave of enemies you fight. You have to get a certain amount of points while you fight them to get your 3 stars. We've had some events similar to this before, where you just fight wave after wave after wave of enemy to get as many points as possible to try and get stars. And it seems like it was well received, so they're making it into a permanent game mode. And since it is going to be endless waves of enemies, just like in MOC for a while, even more so, in fact, now AoE characters, in my opinion, will be very top tier. So, you know, Jing Yuan, Argenti, Jing Liu, and Bibber Lune. As for how it's going to be scheduled, well, they gave us a nice little graphic here. It's going to be entwined with MOC. Basically, every 2 weeks, one of them will open up, MOC or Pure Fiction. So that's really great. And with the release of Pure Fiction, they are giving us a free 4-star. They've done this before, actually. I believe they gave us a free Yukong with something in MOC. I can't remember. I remember they gave us a free Yukong for something, but I can't remember exactly. It was something related to MOC, something related to that thing. But basically, we're getting a free Lynx here. And this is really good. Now, if you somehow don't have a Lynx, you're going to like Lynx. You might say, well, I have Luosha and Fushun. Well, we're not all that lucky, okay? But not to get too in detail about Lynx here, but I do think Lynx is a powerhouse of a 4-star healer. And if you, like I was saying, if you somehow don't have her and are actually still using Natasha, get ready to switch your Natasha out for Lynx, because she is so much better. I personally, honestly, would even go so far as to say that an E0 Lynx is actually better than an E6 Natasha. Some people might say you're crazy, streamer, but I legitimately think that. Also, we got a little bit of a teaser, I guess you could say it, of the next upcoming world, Pinoconi, as well as some upcoming characters as well. So I believe during the Pinoconi section of the stream, this guy on the left here, his name is Sunday, I believe, and we don't know very much about him. He hasn't really shown up in the lore unless like some random text or something that, I'll be honest with you, I don't really read the text that much. But for now, what we kind of know is that he is the organizer of the festival and a representative of the family of Pinoconi. Whatever that means, we'll learn more about when Pinoconi comes out. But as I said, we also have a lot of characters that are going to be coming up in future patches that they teased us a little bit with. One of them being, we got Robin here, who I believe is the sister of Sunday. We have Misha. I believe they are going to be a 4-star too, and I really like their design. We got Firefly, very cute character here. Gallagher, you know, he's kind of a husband though, very cool. Got Duke Inferno. I really like this guy from art design, in all honesty. I also believe he is just from that little crown on top of his head, I believe he is the Duke mentioned in the Duke's set, the follow-up set. Also another character we've talked about before, we've seen before in other trailers, videos, teasers, whatever. We've got Sam here. 100% personally, I'm going to roll for Sam because I just like robots. I like mechs, even if it is, I'm pretty sure it is a robot. Sam's a robot. Could be a guy in a mech suit. Don't really know yet. Got a few more characters. We got Aventurine. I think he's also part of the Genius Society with Herta. We got Black Swan, you know, ooh, mommy waifu thighs. 100% rolling because of that. And we have Sparkle. Some people who follow leaks might already know most of these characters. Sparkle, I believe, was called Datamined and was being called Hanabi for a bit. Looks like they're going with Sparkle as her official name. And we've got Acheron, who basically is Raiden from, well, other HoYo games. And that is pretty much a quick summary of the 1.6 stream. This is mostly just the big, juicy stuff. There are a lot of other smaller, not as impactful stuff in there, some small events, etc., etc. But I didn't want to go through and talk about it all. I just wanted to make this short little video for the people who are like, I don't have time to watch a 1-hour live stream. I just wanted to like go and, you know, search something up on YouTube for a quick summary. I wanted to make this. So yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to in 1.6. Between now and when 1.6 comes out, I'll probably make more and more videos going more into depth about certain things here, certain events, certain characters, whatever. But yeah, I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Do you agree with me? What do you think of this? What do you think of this patch? Are you excited as I am? Because it's pretty exciting. Are you happy as well about Dr. Ratio being free? I assume most people would be, but I've seen some people being like, oh, how dare they? It's going to diminish my Dr. Ratio if everyone gets Dr. Ratio or whatever, which I think that's stupid, but you know. I'd love to hear your opinion on the patch. Who are you pulling on? Are you going to pull for an extra copy of Dr. Ratio for his Eidolons? Going to pull for Ruan Mei, maybe Shu Yi? Maybe you want to get maybe get a Kafka or a Blade. Maybe if you have them, you want some Eidolons or their light cones. I'd love to hear your opinion. And also for these other characters we just talked about here, any of them are you looking forward for any of them? I personally really can't wait for Black Swan, Sam, Sparkle are, I'd say, the three characters I want, and Duke Inferno looks cool. I mean, they all look great. Like, HoYo just does great character design. Anyway, though, I hope you all enjoyed the video, the summary of the 1.6 stream. And if you did, I'd love it if you could leave a like or a comment down below. Always helps me out. Always helps out the channel. And if you guys want to keep up with the Honkai Star Rail content, you can always go and subscribe to the channel as well. And if you want to watch me play some Honkai Star Rail, you can always go and check me out over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zenitton, where I stream pretty much every single day. Anyway, though, with that all said and done, thank you all again once more for watching this video. And until I see you guys in the next one, bye!